All right, so I guess we're live. Welcome, everyone. I'm super happy that I'm able to just launch this event, just launch actually this live meeting where I'm going to tell you more about what the new project that I'm going to launch is about. The project is related to the platforms, to the technologies that I'm actually working with for like 4 or 5 years now. By the way, for all of you who don't know who I am, my name is m.guzowski, and I live in Poland. And I'm a founder of two companies, both related with no-code, low-code platforms. And today, my goal is to tell you about something that really piqued my attention like couple years already. And yeah, and this project is something that I hope it will solve these problems. So what I'm going to do right now is I'll show you the the um, Miro board. Miro.com is a quite nice tool that I really love to use. I use it in almost every activity that is related to dashboards slash mind maps. And I'm going to use it to just show you a couple interesting information plus some plan and schedule that will this no code master is all about. So I don't know if you're familiar. I don't know actually who is on the other side. Who are you, dear viewers? And I don't know if you are long in the industry, in the IT industry, to remember that basically cloud computation, generally cloud, anything online, uh, were like it was already in our awareness that it will be the thing, the next thing in 2010. Everyone in the industry knows that, but customers, they were very skeptic. And I think our goal as an industry was to educate them and make them aware that actually it's not like cloud service is something like it's a magic that is public to everyone, and there is no security and blah blah blah. Actually, cloud computation, basically cloud infrastructure, is just a remote server for the customers, where there is a whole couple layers of security, of governance, and it's constantly updated by the technicians. So currently there are still a lot of to do in the IT world related to cloud solutions. Even though it's much better after the COVID-19, but still, yeah, there's a lot of things to do in terms of education of the market. But it's much better. Remember that we're talking about current situation, current times, which is 13 years later and after the COVID revolution, pandemia. So which really helps this revolution. And since I'm related to the low code, no code tools, I was really keen in that actually there is still low adoption of general automation and robotization solutions. I found some recent reports. The problem with reports after the pandemic is that there are very few of them. But I found some related mainly to IoT, but nevertheless, it's still very close to no-code, low-code solutions. And I found out that there are not many customers that already use that, or at least in some let's say planned ahead manner. Okay, and even though that today we are in the place where actually local no-code platforms should be very well known, and at least majority of our customers should be aware of it. And when I'm saying our customers, I mean customers of everyone who's touching local no code platforms as a vendor, as a developer, as a consultant. Okay, so our customers are still very not aware of what no code low code is. Actually, they have a lot of problems to understand what is process automation. Believe me or not, many customers, when I'm telling them about process automation, they're totally like confused, like what kind of process, what is process automation. We have processes, of course, defined, and many of our employees are working on some checklist, blah blah blah, and they know what should be do first, then what, and then what, blah blah blah, but they're still not aware what is really automation. And the next thing is that basically we are here. Oh, hi everyone, sorry, I'm not looking at the chat constantly, so I'll be just taking a quick glimpse on the chat. Yeah, the presentation, the mirror board is on the other monitor. Nevertheless, we already know that the transformation is just around the corner. We are just before the, at least we hope for that a lot of new applications, new solutions will be delivered through no code, low code. And the problem here is that not many of our customers, and even I can say, I can say, although not many consultants knows how many of these solutions are, how many of their how many of solutions platforms are there on the market already, and what are the differences, what are the types of them, which platform can be used in which scenarios, what are the use cases. So basically there is, at least in my point of view, and I'm here not as an expert, I'm here as someone who is working with couple specific platforms, and I'd like to invite you to this whole project that I'll tell you more in a second. But as I said, like, we don't know what are the differences, we don't know the whole market, and I think this is one thing that I'd like to cover, and that should be explained. But also, I think there are so many different standards that we as a no matter if we are using Microsoft tools or Amazon tools or Oracle tools or whatever any other tools we're using, we should speak at least similar language, if not the same language. But unfortunately, I met on the market so many times, I even can count that, when different consultants use different terms like season development, like no-code consultants, like super apps, hyper automation, robotization, RPAs, blah blah blah. Moreover, there are so many different customers contexts, because some customers are in the small market, others are in the enterprises, and depends on the context, different terms are used, and this is super confusing, not even for the customers but also for us. And this is the key thing I'd like to, I don't want to feel like someone who is who want to create some mass of crowd that will now run the change. It's not my point at all. What I'm trying to feel is to understand, first of all, invite other experts, other people related with local no code all around the world, not even from Poland but also from rest of the Europe, from rest of the world, like United States, like Australia, etc., and understand what actually what is the language that market uses. And okay, I'll switch quickly to the comments. Yeah, that's correct, Arthur. So Arthur said that no and local are competing with Python engines with AI supported authoring. So well, I would say that local no code is always competing with, let's say, pro code in general. Okay, um, even though I'm a programmer at the first place, and this is my origins, I feel like there is so much like uh, so much stoppers that IT industry is throwing under the feet of no code low code consultants, because they are feeling like for some reason we are stealing tasks, jobs from them. I can't really understand that, but yeah, this is how it is. Um, Arthur also wrote that enterprise love to choose broadly accept technologies like SQL, Python, SAP instead of startup unicorn technology, and that's true. However, when we are talking about local no-code, there are still solutions that are startups. There are solutions that are very well known from ages and on the market for years. So, like, it's not something that you have to pick startup to be no code applicable, right? You can use low code, no code, and still use something that is already there on the market for years. But it's true that some companies are very focused on picking the, let's say, the most generic platforms, something that could be easily migrated from, for instance, cloud to cloud. And that's true. But on the other hand, we should remember that such platforms, such solutions are much more expensive. They also require much more knowledge to deliver that, and sometimes also the time required to deliver that. And we should not forget that the most crucial part is not always the, let's say, migratability, but rather the short time of delivery. And this is what low code no code is about: to deliver something quickly and in the best way, effortless. Um, so yeah, there is a place on the market for both approaches. Okay, one approach is local no code and super okay. On the other hand, we have pro code solution that is super fine as well, and some critical projects should be delivered in SQL, Python, etc., and that's super fine. Yeah, Mateusz wrote that it is true. So from enterprise perspective, the easiest way is to adopt Power Automate. Yeah, let's not talk about specific technology, because it's not my point right now to name specific platforms. The thing I'd like more is to focus on the broad, much more broad approach, which is like focus on building a space in the internet, in the online, for everyone, totally agnostically from the technology they use. So no code masters is a project that I would like to at least try to build such space, because I was looking for it for some time now, and I couldn't find it. So that was my first impression, that okay, people from no code local platforms cannot really communicate because they are like closed in their own bubbles. And so no code masters is a project about at the very beginning, it was started with 4 simple intentions. So first of all is to make a space for everyone, which actually will be related to the business side of our daily activities. Moreover, it will be about people and building some awareness on the market and educate them, because these are 2 different things. So whenever it comes to the business side, remember that low code market is already pretty huge, but it will grow like it will be super huge. And this is of course only predictions, but I'm pretty sure it will reach that point. 28% aggregated growth revenue is pretty good. And I must say that I was super uh, surprised that local market is going to be as big as other very well-known markets like online, like a recruitation market, for instance. And this is super interesting space for someone who is delivering this product, these platforms, delivering, I mean, being a consultant, who is a vendor, and who is also someone who wants to be, maybe pivot their career, or maybe just learn new tools to use in their small business. So this is something very interesting for many different types of people. And when it comes to the people, I think that no matter if someone is working as a team leader company, so someone who is, let's say, more related to the management area than delivering area, no matter if someone is developer, is a business consultant, is architect, they should know at least some no-code, low-code platforms. Even if someone is actually is UX designer, or I think I can courageously say about C level roles like CTO, of course, but CEO, but also CEO in some technology companies. Such people should be aware what is going on the market, and especially when it's a, let's say, small or medium company, where actually C levels also do a lot of regular daily tasks, operational tasks, like, for instance, marketing. If you're like in IT industry, probably you won't have CMO, and the tasks related to marketing will be done by COO or CEO. Such people also should know these platforms, and there are not enough time for them to find information about what is actually, let's say, popular on the market, what these platforms are about, what are the differences, what is maybe recommended by the market. So there is no such place, and I think we as an industry, as an IT people related to local no-code, should aggregate in somewhere at least. Okay, so this is the place I'd like to at least try to launch. It's a 1-year test, that experiment, let's say, that will show if is there a place for that, if there is space. If not, I'm okay with that. I'm just I'm here to experiment and to learn what could be interesting for everyone, all kind of participators. When it comes to the last part, last but not least, awareness and education, these two things is also something that I'd like invite all of you, because actually we do this nevertheless of if there will be no code masters or not, we need to do it anyway, because markets regularly need some education, require ourselves to deliver some webinars, some hackathons or ideathons, or whatever you name it, any kind of activities that are related to sharing knowledge. So basically we have to somehow do it, and grouping up and building a place where actually we could support each other. This is something I think interesting. So let's now jump into the place which is going to tell you a little bit more about how I'm going to run this experiment before I'll tell you what are the key parts, what are the places in the internet where we could group up. So I thought that at the very beginning, I thought that it would be cool if I'll be able to, run some a plan that I designed at the very beginning and keep it until the very end. But of course, it wasn't a good idea because I'm right now working in a place that is constantly changing. So keeping with the KPIs that were assigned on the very beginning was it may create the whole experiment too much limited and too much restricted. So I thought the better idea will be to split it up to for 4 different periods. Each period will be 2 months long, and between each of the period there will be 1 month break, the pause. It won't be a time for me to rest. Of course, this is as well, but this month, that 1 month will allow me to prepare for the next next sprint, let's say. And each MVP begins with some specific KPIs that I'll do my best to deliver for the end of the sprint, and the whole experiment will run for 4 MVP sprints, let's say. So now, going into the heart of the whole experiment. I still feel like I'm not going to run it. I mean, I'm super afraid of starting that, but well, yeah, it depends on you. This is, of course, just my assumptions. This is the criteria that I thought that it may be delivered. Why not? But of course, it may not happen at all. I'll do my best to deliver all of these KPIs. So for now, I only focus on bringing up more people together to build the community, to run that movement, and I'm not going to focus on the business matter, which means I'm not going to create some subscription model or any kind of other monetization that will allow to hold this whole experiment to work for this whole experiment until end of the year. Because, well, of course, I'm not a charity nor any of my businesses, so I have to find some business model that will be not too much offensive, let's say, too much aggressive for the members. But on the other hand, yeah, it must be related to somehow some funding model. Anyway, it's totally not my focus on the first sprint. And how I'm going to, or actually what I'm going to do for the first sprint. So yeah, I was thinking briefly about my current activities. Some of you may know me because I think I'm pretty active in social media like LinkedIn. I was active in Twitter. I'm not really on the Facebook and Instagram, but yeah, like I said, I was and I am pretty active on LinkedIn. So I have some followers there. I am also a person who is doing a lot of podcasts slash webinars slash videos on conferences, speeches. So like I'm trying to be here and there. So I thought which part of these activities could be continued, but now under the brand, let's say brand, No Code Masters. I did some brainstorm, then I group it up, and then I tried to put it on the pig chart. Pig chart is a pretty cool tool whenever you're going for some project, and it requires you to select which activities should be done at the beginning or at some part of the project. It's super interesting tool to use, and I can definitely recommend that. As you can see here, I'm going to, these arrows means that whatever I'll do on stream, and this live is a stream, okay? So whatever I'm going to do on the stream, it will be the input for the shorts and podcast. So for instance, there will be podcast No Code Masters, but basically it will be just an audio file from the live meetings, and the shorts will be just splitted parts of the, or rather cut out parts of the video itself. For now, I think, at the very beginning, it was my intention that every live meeting that will be every Thursday on 3 p.m. GMT will be a live meeting, so it will be streamed online. But the more I'm thinking about the project, about the topics I'm going to cover, the more I think I shouldn't do everything live. But you'll see a little bit later. Nevertheless, as you can see, I thought about some academia, about some activities related to career consulting, to marketing consulting, but this is off the chart. Maybe No Code Days. This is a biggest conference for no code local platforms that was launched already on September last year. October last year, and it will be launched for the second time this year later on. But it's off the chart because, well, the difficulty level is super high. I was not expecting whenever I was doing the conference how much work it will require. But yeah, let's not focus on No Code Days right now. Let me just briefly jump to the part of what is the deliverables, let's say, because yeah, this is methodology that I was needed to cover some, backwards planning, some delivery planning, and I'm not going to dig in because level of explanation that I'll need to add, and the dates, blah blah. No. Okay, maybe one thing I can add, that basically I want to do activities every day, 5 posts a week on LinkedIn, at least 5 posts on LinkedIn, 3 posts related to some part of the topic for the week, and 1 video and 1 podcast publication, which will be supported by the LinkedIn post. Yeah, but yeah, just like I said, okay, this is some timeline for deliverables to be able to launch it. So yeah, nothing super interesting, I think. Okay, Arthur asked about what is this Miro application, some kind of whiteboard visual combo. Yeah, exactly. Like Miro board is exactly whiteboard visual combo, because it gives you flexibility like whiteboard, but actually it has much more functionalities and features and objects to use like Visio. But on the other hand, it's not that heavy as Visio, because Visio is pretty heavy. So yeah, it's not that heavy as Visio, but still flexible, very flexible. It can be very easily shared to anyone else. I can just share this, copy the link, and you'll be able to watch it live. So yeah, pretty cool thing. Anyway, I told you maybe before I'll jump here, I can quickly jump over here. So every sprint will begin with planning session that I already did for, let's say, this week only, not for the whole sprint. And sorry, I was interrupted by your question, Arthur. So yeah, it is completely free until some level of users. Once you want to share with more than 3 or 5 users, registered users, only registered users can edit such board. Then it requires some cash, but I don't know which. I mean, what are the levels? Anyway, so each sprint will begin with a planning session, and I'll pick upfront topics for each week. And each week will have 3 posts related to the topic, and the video related to the topic. Posts are will be written on Fridays, but of course they will be published on Mondays, on Wednesdays, and on Fridays. The video, like today, will be launched on Thursdays, and on Tuesdays there will be a quick reminder of the last live meeting, or let's say video, and quick or maybe short brief about the next meeting. And there will be also information about the podcast that will be published as well. So yeah, being on the Discord, I can only tell you right now that there will be a Discord channel. There is actually already a Discord channel. I'll give you all the links in a second. But yeah, so activities on the Discord will be in daily manner. I'm still, what will be on the Discord really depends on you. I have some plan, but I'm not, super stick to it. I like to be flexible. I think most of all, flexibility is my strength. Yeah, planning is my very I miss planning skills. Although this project, I hope it looks like it was planned, but yeah, I tried super hard to look it like that. Anyway, so I said about posts. There are some guidelines. Oh, and by the way, everything I show you here will be on also available in a Discord. I will paste there a link to this chart, because basically I like being transparent. I think in current times, being transparent and basically transparency is something that we really missed as a community. I don't know if that sounds not too much on a very ideation level, but I hope at least that you would like it. Anyway, yeah, some guidelines for LinkedIn posts, then some guidelines for the stream. Oh yeah, you see, this is why the hints are here. I forgot about displaying subscribe banner. So boom, here it is. So yeah, feel free to subscribe us on YouTube or LinkedIn. On LinkedIn, actually, I'm streaming it from my personal profile, but there is a No Code Masters profile LinkedIn page, but it has like 30 or 40 members. And until I'll have 150 members, I cannot create stream on the LinkedIn page. So that's why I created it from my personal profile. But once we'll reach that limit, I will create streams there. Anyway, yeah, podcast is a podcast, shorts are shorts, and the Discord. Yeah, so I already told you that there will be and there is a Discord. Um, Discord is something that I still try to figure out how to use it and what kind of techniques could be used there to animate community, to give more value to the community. I tried to be at some point creative and innovative, at some point duplicate some good practices that I observed on other discords. So it's not like my pure invention. It was a mix of creativeness and duplication. So yeah, I created there like let's say gamification. I don't know if just giving you permissions that will be based on your activity on the LinkedIn, which is run by some bot on LinkedIn called me6. But yeah, let's say it's gamification. Nevertheless, the more you'll be active there, the more perks you will achieve. So yeah, and for now everything is run manually, but I'm already thinking about maybe invest to the Discord channel to make it more automized. Yeah, the also another idea is to actually share all kind of automation that I'm going to use during this whole journey, let's say. Okay, good. So I think this is it. What I was going to show you on the Miro board, but now I need to open up the OneNote, which contains all my notes, and because I'm also a super fan of Microsoft tool called OneNote, I'm going to keep here all kind of posts content, also with the link to the post that was already published. Like for instance here, there is a link to my LinkedIn post. Also all kind of videos that I'm going to publish. I want to keep that here. If you'd like to have link to this OneNote, I'll be super happy to share it with you. But my question now to you, because I wanted to call you for the meeting just to ask you a couple questions, because like I said, I want to, let's say the building of community will be just something that will happen during reaching my goal, which is giving you the most value. And I'd like to ask you what kind of information actually about different platforms. So imagine if you're working with, let's say, Google platforms. Assume that you would like to learn some new platform, let's say from Microsoft or whatever other technology. So what kind of information you would like to know? Yeah, because this information will be something that I'd like to gather on all platforms that I'm going to cover. So check this list. and type me down on the comments section. Is there is this list complete? I guess not. So so feel free to add something there, or maybe you can also say that for instance, I don't know, extendability is not something I'd like to cover. I'd like to know, so don't cover it. Whatever you think. So yeah, feel free to type that down. You can take a screenshot of. Oh, actually, I can maybe copy that. Oh, perfect. Wow. Okay. No, it doesn't look good at all. So that was a bad idea. Yeah. So you need to maybe take a screenshot. That will be easier. In the meantime, I hope all of you already took the screenshot. The plan for this sprint, which actually covers 7 more weeks. I don't have idea at all. I mean, maybe not. I have some idea, but it's just let's say scrap of idea. It's really little bit of idea, and I'd like to hear what you think would be interesting for you. So whenever you're going to listen more about apps for enterprises or platforms for small medium businesses, or maybe let's say specific platforms, whatever you name, I'd like to hear it from you. So let me know. Yeah, just let me know exactly. If you want, suggest me anything. Of course, there was a question: can I zoom in? So probably the topics was also not very visible. Anyway, yeah. So if you will not suggest me anything, I will keep my first plan. So that will be part related to the apps for the first sprint, then second sprint, so 2 months, 4 weeks each, will cover automation platforms. Then next sprint will be about bots, and the fourth will be about platforms, but dedicated for startup and small businesses. Okay, so Damien said that it's not much readable. Okay, so you know what? Maybe I can just quickly. I don't know if I can do this screenshot of it. Let's say. Okay. Hold on. I'll do this. Maybe. Oh. Yeah, they. Okay, so let me know now if you can see it better. Yes or not? Simple question, simple answer. Yeah. Okay. So I think it's better now. So just like I said, let me know if what approach will be better for you, because my intention is to give you value. Okay, priority change. S4 should be before S3. So I guess you're you're referring to these two positions, right? So these two should be switched. I mean, yeah. Or are you referring to this one? Maybe, I don't know. Both are just both are just suggestions of mine. So or actually propositions. Yeah. So, but I need to. I think because you just answered yet, and I don't know which part you are referring to still, because there is a small delay between what I'm talking and what you're hearing. So you need to specifically name which what should be on the S3. Okay, bots. Yeah, so you're referring to this first one. Okay, yeah. Sure, that's not a problem at all, I think. Um, like I said, okay, so what actually are there any platforms related to the medium, or rather dedicated for medium large companies? What kind of platforms would you like to hear about? And of course, just to give some reference point, I will cover platforms that I'm an expert in. But yeah, later on, I will just teach myself and invite guests to cover other platforms. But at the very beginning, I will cover Microsoft tools because, well, I can only work with these platforms and just want to have some reference point. But later on, I really want to hear from you what you want to hear, to know about. From my perspective, I listened today about OutSystems, and I must say that OutSystems looks super interesting. So this is one of my guesses to cover. Uh, Mendix is also, because I put here Mendix because I saw it in the Gartner chart, so that's why I pick platforms from the top. But on the other hand, when it comes to the automations, well, we'll see. Yeah, exactly. So okay, so guys, probably all of you are now wondering where you can where are all these communities, where are all these places where I will share this information. So yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree with you, Arthur. um I cannot even compare these two, because Arthur basically, for all of you, just compared two different platforms and said that I just read, okay, yeah, uh, I should figure out it before. So yeah, Arthur said that Airtable is years ahead of Microsoft Lists, and I fully agree. Yeah, basically, Airtable is like MS Lists mixed with Excel. It's something like that. That powerful is Airtable. On the other hand, by the way, Airtable looks super interesting to me, and I'd like to cover that topic definitely. But Airtable is something that I was able to play with like a couple weeks ago. And on the one hand, I was super impressed of this tool capabilities. On the other hand, I observed couple like it wasn't limitations, but it was just characteristics of this platform, like specific. Yeah, it was just specifics related to the platform. It wasn't good or bad. It was just, yeah, just Airtable stuff. Um, so Yeah, yeah. Actually, yeah, you're right. So list mix Excel with Azure SQL backend. Yeah, that's probably more precise. I'm not an expert on Airtable, so I guess if I will be covering this topic, I'll invite you to speak more about this topic. What about now? Uh, all right. So, like I said, this project, this experiment, is super um, is experiment. So many things here will evolve along the go. The more I will be doing this, the more, let's say, professional it will be. And I'm doing this uh, proposition just to show you um, just to show you a website where actually currently all the links are available. So it's not nice, it's not beautiful, but it's there. It will be changed. I just, I didn't want to focus on the UX and front end stuff. I just wanted to give a simple address where all the links be there. So yeah, you can type right now nocodemasters.com and there are like simple, uh, awful links that allows you to jump quickly to the Discord channel, to the YouTube channel. I think right now that LinkedIn should be there as well. Yeah, it will improve on the go, but it was not on my peak chart. So that's why it's not beautiful. I was not focused on that at all. Yeah, Angelica wrote about Webflow. Yeah, Webflow is also very interesting technology that I'd like to cover. Um, yeah. Okay, guys. So let me know what you think about it right now. We have uh, we have run till the end. So right now I'm probably going to end this live and this meeting, this broadcast, and I'm going to switch to the Discord because this is I think, I mean, for any one of you who'd like to talk more about this project, about this activity, I'll be on the Discord, on the mm, channel, on the voice channel. So yeah, I'll be there for you. Um, I just need to open up Discord. So if you don't have any more questions for now, at least, I will say thank you for today. I plan to make the meetings much more interesting for you with some demos, scenarios. At least this is my idea for it. But like I said, you are the one who's deciding what I'm going to show, how I'm going to present it, etc. So thank you for today, and see you next week on Thursday. And yeah, join other channels where I'll share information about platforms related to no code, low code technologies. So thank you for today, and see you later.